Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We Are All Psychic, and today we have a guest who's just got me laughing already. Her name is Helen, and Helen, would you like to say hello?
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me, Lisa.
I am really happy to have such a colorful person like you.
I love color. That's my thing. Yeah.
I thought you might like color. I have a question for you right away. Do you think we're all psychic?
Yes, of course, totally. I just wish I had known this since I was born.
Right.
Because I had a Kundalini awakening in 2018, so I am able to turn into the quantum field, basically, to perceive the spirit realm.
Yeah.
So if you ask me this question now, I would say definitely. And I actually try it on my daughter. She's 9 years old now. And I teach all the intuitive art to her when she was small. And she would actually sometimes put a crystal on her third eye and saying that, Mommy, I'm talking to the crystal now, be quiet. And we try telepathy actually on each other. So basically, we talk without talking.
You practiced it, or did you get to where you could communicate?
Yes, we can.
Well, like word for word or actual words? I'm fascinated by that.
It's
word for
more
word.
like a general idea. It's more
That's
like
what I think telepathy usually comes through as. So you neither of you really thought you could do it beforehand, and you practiced together and got that down. Wow, yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah, so are we psychic? Yes, we are. Yes. But why are we not developing them? Because we're not going to Harry Potter school.
Exactly. We haven't learned that since age 5. Yes.
Exactly. If elementary is decide there is a subject about psychic, yeah, of course, everybody can develop it.
Yeah, everyone would know what it was. Everybody taking that class probably. I mean, people probably wouldn't. Some wouldn't.
Yeah, if it was
like soccer. I would take soccer. I want to take psychic.
You're definitely right. It's a decision and a choice also. Because if you're not open and trust, it won't come. Those are almost the beginning or the premises of it being open. You need to be able to receive it as well as you trust that it will work.
Yes, and trust yourself.
Yeah,
the
that's
trust
right.
I've had in myself, the more the unusual things that have happened, and I feel they get validated by other people than me. You know, that's when it's really weird, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that when it gets really weird is when things that happen to you get validated by other people, such as seeing auras. And for example, just out of nowhere, I just picked that one.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. Yeah. Especially like once if you're not unfamiliar, let me put it that way. If you're new to this, you're unfamiliar with this. But when you spill it out, like intuitively, something that you get, you just talk it out. And then people are like, wow, how do you know that? Then you'll be like, well, that's exactly when other people mirror back to you. Like, that's something, right?
Yes.
If you keep doing this, like if you keep doing this, it's like every single time whatever you spill out, it sounds like the truth because the other person, validate. Then you will know that, okay, right, there was something in it. It's not something that I just make it up or, and even like if you tune into the field to your spirit team, you can always ask for confirmation. It's almost like the first time you ask for a sign and then you still don't believe it. You still doubt. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, I asked for this, but I'm not sure. Then you can ask a second time.
Yes.
When the 5th time they're showing you the exact same thing, boy, like, are you going to trust it now?
Exactly.
It's like, okay, like you showed me the signs 5 times now. Thank you, universe.
They do. I asked them recently to show me some butterflies, and I have not been stopped seeing butterflies since I asked them.
I'm wearing a butterfly shirt, by the way.
You are? Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice them. And I didn't even notice. So I did a podcast about butterflies because I kept seeing them so much, and there's one right on your shirt. Gosh. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. I'm so not visual either. Like I didn't even notice those were, but I'm not a very visual person. I see all the color in your background, but I'm just usually visual. But listen,
I'm actually also very clairvoyant. Those are all my paintings in the background.
I was going to ask you if you had painted those. They look like your style in a way. If you're like, I don't know how to explain that, but they do.
Right. I paint what I see in my third eye. So that's my spirit team, the dragon's eye behind me. That's like how I channel. I channel paint. Automatic writing. I just do automatic.
Yes. I know someone else who does that. Her name's Lena. She's been on the podcast. She's a good friend of mine now from the first season. And she would draw people's spirit guides as a service, and it would take her days and days and days to do.
Oh yeah.
And there's all these details and intricacies, and she gets all this information about them, and she would give it to him and tell him what she was what she was told while she drew it, and what this means and what this means and what this means for their spiritual path and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. Sounds like what you do there.
Yeah, because I read aura, so I do like soul aura color portraits with their soul flowers in it. So like I really like flowers, so that's like kind of the symbol of your soul, like a flower symbolizes your soul, and that's peony in the background. I also do custom grid painting, so those are crystal grids actually.
Yeah,
you put
sacred geometry crystal grid.
Able to see it.
So it's on there. You got crystals on there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, those are crystal grids, literally real. Good
idea. To make it painting is a really good idea to hang it on the wall like that.
Especially your Feng Shui lucky directions. Like if you hand them in your 4 lucky directions for health, wealth, abundance, and as well as spiritual growth. They amplify the energy. So that's what I do for people, does Feng Shui interior design with me. I custom design a crystal grid for them for that particular intention. It depends on what they want to manifest.
That is such a good idea. And I can just feel the energy coming off of it.
Yeah, that's right. And
I would guess that one's more for like financial and good luck. It feels like.
Yes, or financial abundance.
That's right.
But
water
and wood element, in a particular direction. So yeah, and I do Feng Shui reading, and that's actually my first business before I transition into professional artist and author. Feng Shui interior design was my first business, and I do that because I'm like a 3rd generation Feng Shui master. Both my father and grandmother.
Good. Okay, so your family is into this stuff. They're okay with all of the beauty. I do want to just point out to the watchers, this is a video on Spotify and YouTube. If you peek over Helen's shoulder, you'll see a book. And it's called The Aura Color Wheel. Would you like to show us this book? Yeah. I've been very excited to talk about this book, listeners.
I don't know why it kept jumping out a few times before we
began. It jumped off the table. It just kept jumping off the table, listeners and watchers. We don't know why. So she put a rock in front of it and it stopped.
That's why I had to put a crystal in front of it to stop. But yeah, that's my recent book with Hay House Publishing. It's a soul discovery system. So I would say that if you're familiar with like Enneagram, human design, Genie Keys, like one of those self-discovery tools, the Aura Color Wheel is one of those. It's similar to those. The main thing is that it's dynamic because our soul evolves. So every time when we evolve, our soul aura color changes. So that's why it's also a dynamic discovery tool. Yeah.
Yeah. So how can you explain? Basically, listeners and watchers, I'll give you faith, listeners and watchers. Everybody knows what an aura is who is watching and listening to this by now. Auras I've known what an aura was since 7th grade, and someone told me. Maybe even younger, when I read books, because auras are always in books, my fantasy books and my science fiction books. There was a psychic in all of them, and there's always auras and stuff like that. That's where I learned a lot of metaphysical terms, younger. I was in Alabama most of my life. And so like that, if I had seen that, I would have known what that book was. Like I say, I came across that book in a store in 1989 in Alabama. I mean, I would have just grabbed it and like hid it and ran away with it. And I would have given them $5,000 for, I don't know. You couldn't find a book like that then, but,
yeah, that's right. Actually.
Yeah, we did learn about auras. And so basically I've always known like the colors of the chakras are basically symbolic of the colors of the auras, and what they mean is kind of how I've understood it. Is that how you would explain that?
Yeah. So basically, like technically your aura is just the 3D shape, X shape, natural magnetic field around you.
Okay.
So it has electricity and it has magnetic, right? So it's both. And that what is the powerhouse when you relate it to the chakra? Because if it is electricity or it's a magnetic, you need some power to have it, to radiate that, right?
You do.
So that's the 7, chakras along the spine. Those are the major chakras along the spine. Those are the powerhouse for different aura color. And of course, the 7 chakra coincide with the 7 rainbow colors. When they combine together, is white light. So when a white light goes through a prism, you see the 7 different rainbows of light. So that's what aura is, because of the different wavelength. So we see at least for the visible spectrum, we see different. And so in a common term, we use energy. We just say that, that's somebody's energy.
I like that term. My favorite.
How they it's much easier. That's scientifically, that's how it's defined. But also, in a common language, that's what it is. Is that person's why?
Nobody's got a problem with that term. Seems like nobody has a problem with it. I like it too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good word, energy.
So, energy is actually just information that vibrates. So, it tells like different part of your body goes to which area. So it's information. It's coded information that we automatically know. Okay. So that's why your soul aura. Now, this book talks about your soul aura. I want to differentiate because there are 3 types of aura out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the first type of aura is called a mood aura. So just like the name, it's around your face.
Okay.
If you're intuitive, you don't even need to be an aura reader. If you are intuitive, you intuitively pick up, look at her face is turning red, right? Then you know that, she's either getting shy or she's very angry. It depends on the situation.
Right.
Exactly.
Or hot.
So you can intuitively, yeah, that's right. So you can intuitively pick it up, and that's your mood. It can change and shift all the time. Maybe 1 minute you are happy, the other minute you can be upset if something just happened, right? That changes quite often.
Yeah.
And then the second type of aura is semi-permanent. I call it semi-permanence because it changes less often. And that's called your personality aura. Now that's around your head. Like if your aura is around your head. So is this person outgoing, introvert? Is it intuitive or more analytical, right? That type of personality, it only changes when significant life events happens in your life. Then you alter your personality a little bit, right? So that's why I call it semi-permanent. Now, children, around your head. Okay. And children changes a little more often than adults. Because when you are adulthood, your personality is mostly formed. You won't be outgoing today and tomorrow you're introvert. I think the possibility is a little bit lower, right?
Yes, possible it's lower.
So the last aura is the most permanent out of the 3, but it doesn't mean it doesn't change. And I call it the soul aura. That's around your heart. It's literally when your soul incarnate this lifetime, like, a soul incarnated to your body, and the energy, so the coded information that goes into this particular body, and it tells you 3 pieces of key information about your soul. What is your gift? Like, what are you really good at? And that translates into aura. It's 2 really strong aura layers. That's mostly the color that you radiate. Because you're really vibrant in those colors, that means you have abundant energy in those areas. And that forms a universal soul gift archetype. Like you have 9 universal soul gift archetypes when I channel the system. So are you an artist? Are you a healer, visionary, teacher, researcher? So you're born with a particular soul gift that you are here to share. And the second piece of information that soul aura tells me is that what is your soul wound? And that translates to a particular aura layer that's dimmer. So it's not as vibrant. It might be a little bit darker. It might be just like dormant. It feels like subside. It's not coming forward.
I've heard of it called as like murky. Like
exactly. That type of feeling. Now, that's your wound. Everyone, if we are still walking the human path, we all have something to heal, okay? Just if it's in different aura layer. So it manifests in different symptoms. It can be physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional. Some people, so if you have an aura layer soul wound in the red aura layer, the root chakra, it might be spiritual, related to your ancestors.
Yes, okay.
And also related to your mental, like anxiety and depression, right? So it depends on the symptom manifested differently, because energy can manifest in those 4 forms. Is it mental? Is it emotional? Is it physical? Or is it spiritual, right?
Yeah.
So that's the second piece of information about your soul. So you know what your wound, what you're here to heal.
Okay.
Now, the system only uses the 6 aura layers, meaning the 6 chakras besides the crown chakra within the system. Why? It's because your crown is your connection to the divine, and it's floating above your head. It's not inside of your body, okay? So those 6 inside of your body, once you heal them, rebalance them, and then every single 6 is present, your crown will open up. That's what's called the Kundalini awakening in the spiritual realm, right? So all we're working on the human body, once those 6 are aligned, will open up. So that's why like 2 aura layers are your strong, that makes your soul gift archetype. 1 aura layer is your wound that you're here to heal. The other 3, so we have 3 left, right? Out of these 6. The other 3 are your soul lessons. Now, soul lessons are not as deep as your wound, meaning that what? They're typically a negative pattern that you are hopping on a hamster wheel, like going loop and loop and loop, unless you consciously make a conscious choice to do something differently.
Yeah.
It can be a limiting belief. It can be a negative behavior or pattern, like an addictive pattern. You need to just choose a different way to deal with it, and then learn that particular, lesson, and then integrate in your daily life.
Okay.
So that's why I find it fascinating, because these provide you 3 really important, information about your soul, and
that's very important.
Exactly. That compromise your soul's purpose, because at the beginning, that's what I really want to find out. Who are we? Why are we here? How can we be happy? Who are we? At the soul level, we are light. We are light energy. And then why are we here? We're here to evolve. It's the evolution journey. What does it mean? It means that you need to use your soul gift in exchange with abundance and fulfillment. You need to be of service. And then you need to heal your wound. And instead of being a victim, you want to be a master of your own healing. And the last thing is that you need to integrate all the soul lessons. And then how can you be truly happy is when you make choices that's in alignment with your soul's evolution journey. That's when once it's in alignment, you feel happy. So that's what this book is about. It's
is amazing. That is fantastic. Do you tell people how they can see their auras? I have a tendency to sometimes see auras. Most of the time I don't see them, but sometimes I will just happen. And I can try sometimes and it'll happen. I can feel energy. Like for you feel like yellow and white.
Yes,
you feel like yellow and white. But I don't know how to say that any other way. You can't see it though, but you feel yellow and white.
Yes. That's what I'm also trying to radiate. Sometimes we can use what we're wearing, like in terms of like crystal jewelry, natural fabric. That's something that you can use to amplify
to kind of enhance your aura.
Exactly, to amplify your energy.
Okay.
My aura, like my soul aura, when I'm born, I'm tangerine orange. So it's like yellow and orange spectrum. Yeah. And that falls into the artist soul gift archetype.
Okay.
So my spiritual awakening actually began at a panic attack ER visit, because I was in a Ph.D. program doing data analysis. So I wasn't, doing what my soul is supposed to be. I wasn't an artist at the time.
Yes.
So that's why I wasn't happy, you see? So if you're not making choices that are in alignment with what the heck your soul is here to do, life will throw you some rocks until you course correct.
It'll do things like your cat will meow at you nonstop all through the podcast. Even though it knows you're doing a podcast, it wants its wet food. And the universe will bring the cat its wet food when it feels like it.
Yeah, that's right.
You were doing so. You were telling me like secrets of the universe here, Gandalf. I'm so like you're telling me all this stuff. I've always wanted to ask people about auras, and he won't stop meowing, and now he stopped. So we'll see how long he will stay quiet. Gandalf.
Maybe he wants a aura reading.
Maybe he does. Gan, would you like an aura? No, he wants his wet food. He says. Maybe later I'll send you his picture.
Okay.
But do tell me your other aura colors. You were saying your soul is like a tangerine. Your
yes. So basically, if I'm more on the orange aura layer spectrum, that means what is my wound? My wound when I was born is the throat chakra because I have blue. Because it's the complementary. If you have one side of the spectrum more, that means that you have the other side you have less. Okay. So that's something that I'm here to heal. And when I was a child, the symptom manifesting is physical. It was strep throat, nosebleed, and it's all the organs around
strep throat, nosebleeds.
Exactly.
And my throat, it took me a long time to work with it. And
exactly. I had to do a lot of chanting, sound healing, to open up my voice again, mantra, meditation, all of that. Yeah. But that's like some of the ways that you can holistically heal your wound.
Really cool. Yeah.
I just wish I had known like much earlier. So I don't like.
It feels like forgotten information, doesn't it? It feels like forgotten information. A lot of people say that, like all the psychic stuff does. Like maybe we have known this at somewhere, sometime in Earth's history. And work with it possibly. How could we not? It's so obvious that this is going on to me anyway. And I wasn't a psychic kid, I just really was interested in it. I didn't see dead people. I did talk to my toys and stuff, and they were very detailed, but I didn't speak to the ancestors or anything, my recently passed away relatives or anything until my cousin passed away at 17. But I didn't talk to him until I was like in my 20s. He wasn't around. He came to me when I found out he died, but it was before I found out he died. And that's what freaked me out. So, and then more spirits started coming. I didn't know that's what they were. But, if they had a system set up already with what we're trying to do in 2025, a lot of podcasters are, a lot of TV shows are, a lot of educators are, a lot of people all over the world are trying to get this idea out that we do have this system and we have an aura. I mean, we have auras. We have these things that so many people can experience in a million ways. How can we deny it's not possible? The people who still do that.
And you can intuitively sense, like you just saw me like in yellow. It's because that's also intentionally what I try to put out. That's from the solar plexus chakra. Self-identity, self-empowerment, and also
teaching too. It's like a teaching wisdom color I think of. And you were just teaching me about auras,
that's interesting that you pick it out because I am trying to embody a new type soul gift archetype. Remember, I was born with the artist soul gift archetype.
Yeah.
And now I can tell my teacher and entrepreneur soul gift archetype, which both require a strong throat chakra that I'm embodying. Like I'm evolving. Remember the evolution path. And the book lays out a dynamic evolution path. It's almost like a what's that called? Like choose your own adventure game.
Oh, I love those. Yeah, I used to ghostwrite those.
Right. So it's like when you are you're born with this, but once you heal this layer of wound or learn that aura layer soul lesson, you can become a different soul gift archetype, or you can have multiple soul gift archetypes at the same time.
Yes.
And the end goal. At the end of the day, why you walk this path, what is the end goal? That's what Jesus Christ and Buddha had walked, the human path and achieve enlightenment is the journey of enlightenment. And what is called enlightenment, it's at the fundamental or at the soul level, we are light. And at the end of the day, we want all 7 aura layers. We don't want any more wound, no more any lesson. And at the end of the day, you are all 9 soul gift archetypes combined. And when people have more than 3 soul gift archetypes, the manifestation becomes very fast. Because meaning that in their life, in their auric field, they have less of the wound, less of the murky stuff, right? Yeah. And more of the light quotient. So that's when healing and manifestation happens real fast. Because when you heal, you have less and less and less lessons and less of wounds, so that you can incorporate, many more soul gift archetypes. What I like about this system is completely dynamic. And also, my spirit guides, when I channel this system, make it very simple. And he knew that not everyone is able to tune into the auric field and perceive their aura. So I actually channel a 20-question quiz. It's like a quiz that you can take in 7 minutes and then figure out your soul aura when you were born. So that's like make it super easy. And go to my website. I have it listed on my website, helencreatesbeauty.com, online, and you can take the quiz and then you can identify your soul aura color. Then you know what is your soul gift archetype, what is the wound you're here to heal, and what are the lessons that you're here to learn.
That's just on your website anyway, without reading. Yes. I want to read the book though too. I guess they're both in there.
Yes.
Okay, great. That's wonderful.
The good thing about the book is that if you purchase it, when you because on the online quiz, it only shows you one soul gift archetypes, because I don't want to overwhelm.
Give everything away.
Exactly. That get overwhelmed. Right. Like for you have walked the spiritual path, like us, we walked the spiritual path for a while. So most likely we embody 2 or 3 more soul gift archetypes at the same time. So that's why, it's good to have the book. And then if you have like equal score, then you know that, okay, those 2 or those 3 are my soul gift archetypes at the time. Because even though when we're born with a particular wound, we might already have healed it through all these holistic practices, especially if you are an advanced spiritual practitioner. You actually want to use the guided journal to reflect what is your evolution path that you already have. So if you are a beginner, the starting point is definitely to take the quiz. And also, right now, this promotion might end soon because the book just came out not long ago. So I'm still running this promotion. Is that when you get this book is only like $20. You can buy it anywhere, Amazon or anywhere sells books, Barnes and Noble. After you get the book, go to my website, helencreatesbeauty.com. Scroll down a little bit on the website main page. You get 3 gifts, 3 bonus gifts from purchasing this book. The first is a free Facebook private circle. So inside the circle, I host monthly live Q&A and spirit message reading, meaning that you can ask me questions when you read the book or doing your soul evolution journey. I can do spirit message reading for you on a monthly live Q&A and tell you what your spirit team's messages are for you. So that's super valuable. So you have someone to do do this evolution journey together. And the second thing, most people love this, it's a personalized Feng Shui birth element and Gua number reading. Remember at the beginning, we talked about the 4 lucky directions where you hang your crystal grids. And, this reading typically costs $200, but I just give out to you. It's and it's me, it's not AI writing it, right? So you will know your 4 lucky Feng Shui directions for health, abundance, spiritual growth, as well as love. So that way you can Feng Shui your home accordingly. So it's super valuable. And the last thing is that you get $50 off my Rainbow Aura meditation bundle. That particular guided meditation bundle has 49 solfeggio frequency music. Music, exactly. And that's how I get to my Kundalini awakening, through meditation. So I want to give the gift of a meditation. And they're not very long. But the main thing is because of the frequency in the background, you absorb that vibration during the meditation. That gets you faster to connect with your spirit team, to get to your psychic opening. And then you get $50 off that, the whole bundle, and 7 meditations per each chakra. So you're all set. So those are the promotion that I'm still running. If you get the book, just go to my homepage, fill out your birth information, you will receive your reading.
I will definitely. I'll do that.
Good.
Hey, you summed that up so beautifully. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone I was just like captured by just telling all the stuff about where to get your stuff and what it
Thank
does. Like,
you.
you're such a good speaker. I mean, you're engaging, and it's like no matter what you're saying, you're really saying it. You know what you're saying. You're aware of what your words are coming out of your mouth. I'm not always.
Yeah. That's a training of my flow chakra, the very chakra training.
I love that. That's really cool. I can't keep my, maybe I can if I had training, but I have a hard time keeping what's on my mind. And when something else comes in and whoop, my skin
Yeah.
is already talking
I
about.
know. You're very because you're very intuitive, so sometimes it jumps a bit. Just
It does
like
jump.
I am also like that. So because I'm training myself to do channeling.
Yeah.
So basically I need to be move myself completely away. So I need to be, it's funny. It's like I need to move my ego, but I'm an observer of my, voice box. So I'm very conscious of what I'm conscious of what I'm channeling through.
Did you say trance work?
No, it's a channeling.
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 I have done a little. I've channeled once. I'm a medium, and one spirit allowed me in. But basically, my best advice, just from that experience, is a spirit will let you know they're going to do it beforehand if it's time. They'll just do it. It's going to happen to me anyway. But I trusted the spirit already. It was a new spirit. I was giving a reading normally, just a normal reading. And in spirit, I just met, and he's like, really, this is so easy. It's so easy. Just let me do it.
It flows
so much faster. He's like, it's so much faster. And I was there. I was present. I don't know how you're learning, but that's very fascinating for me that there's ways to learn that. I'd be curious to read about that.
Right. There was a chapter that in my book I talk about the relation tools and how to connect with your spirit team. And the whole book is actually channeled. It's automatic writing. That literally, like the whole book is about automatic writing, and that's a way of channeling.
I can do that.
Right, you can do it in writing, or you can do it in talking. I pretty much just work with my team now. Now, before I can control all these psychic abilities and have all these divination tools. Of course, I went to I learned it from different psychic mediums, angel teachers, as well as, a lot of learning, certificate, crystal healing, and all of that. And I study for, I don't know, a decade at least. And then until I'm able to actually commune with my team, like my spirit team. And then I'm basically just during the meditation, I'm just learning from them. And I'm also channeling some light language. Sometimes I will record myself. I don't quite understand what that means yet.
I don't either. It just happened to me for the first time maybe 2 months ago. I was drifting off to sleep. It came out, and I'm like, "What was that like?" Just I don't know what I said, but something came out, and it wasn't my English.
Yeah, that's right.
English.
So, when you're almost sleeping, that's the theta. Basically, your brain is in theta brainwave, and that's what meditation really want to put you in that state of consciousness. That you're completely present. You are not. That's also what hypnotherapists do. They are giving you that particular state, so you're really easy to access the spirit realm, as well as reprogramming some of the beliefs that's deep down within you. And that's what I do in my signature program as well.
Okay.
Like I call it theta healing. It's developed by Vienna Stable. I also am certified theta healer. So basically, like during theta state, I reprogram limiting beliefs and get into your subconscious mind, so you become a new person. It's one of the energy.
Does that help with attention span by any chance?
What was that?
Does that help with attention span?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I take Adderall for ADD, and I was taught from one of the many tests I have that it's a theta issue, and a theta breakthrough. That this doctor showed me in a stress test that was with sounds that, if I remember it correctly, I think he said my theta and my delta waves fired oppositely of each other. It might be theta and alpha. I thought he said theta and delta, and that was what showed him it was an ADD response. But when you said that made me wonder if I could do something like that and get my attention span better. Even training it a little better, get better somehow might. I didn't know.
Just so you know, like if you're open to spirit message readings, it's because Lisa, you have a lot of lifetimes in the galaxies.
I'm
Let me
open.
put it that. Exactly.
Okay.
You are a star being for many, many lifetimes. So a lot of my clients and students, when they diagnosed with ADHD or autism, just different spectrum stuff, it's because they are not very familiar with the earth energy.
I don't feel familiar with it, and I don't feel like I fit in with it, but I don't have a moment where I'm like, I feel like I'm from a other planet or anywhere. I don't feel like I'm from anywhere, is what it feels like. But I feel like there's time coming. If I'm supposed to have it known, it will be known. But I just haven't had my own kind of, hey, Lisa, this is what you are and where you've been and what you're doing. I haven't had that for me personally.
Right. I think some past life regressions will do you really good, like or cosmic origin meditation.
I've had some, but not quite with. I've only had a few, but I'd like to try that with someone who's what you're talking about and who knows about the intergalactic stuff. And
yeah. Well, I am one of them. I'm a Pleiadian, so
you're Cersei. You're a Pleiadian. Oh, no wonder you get the light and bubbly and the enthusiasm and
yeah, that's right.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes, I like the Pleiadian energy too.
Yeah, exactly. So you have many actually. You have many different stars beings behind you. So that tells me that you were in the galactics in many different star systems. You don't just belong to one. There are a few. So that's what when star beings were born in Earth, that's when people call them, ADHD or whatever they name it because it's not
it's a trait that wasn't there and people don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's good to like tune into your spirit team, kind of know them. That's why I introduce. I actually in my book I list out all the potential, different types, 9 types of spirit guides, and I channel 22 star systems. And I list them like who they are, and they they are all a little bit different, and you have at least 4 or 5 like behind you. And based on your spirit team's composition, because everyone has between 5 to 9 different guys with them. Some I call them homies, meaning that they are here with you since we were born and they're not going anywhere, right? Like your guardian angel. But some are temporary guys that helping you to finish a particular mission, like around this period of time, right? I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it just happened. What just happened to me? Why am I like all
It's very important what you're about to say, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know what my camera just did. It just like enlarged me, I guess. Okay. So I guess spirit is listening. they want you to
closer. Fear's listening.
They just want you to know this. Wow, that's interesting. It never happens. But anyway, so it's one of the skills that I actually teach in my Embody Your Life signature program. It's actually starting this Saturday. The enrollment closed on Friday. I teach the 4 pillars of embodying your soul's purpose or embodying your light. It's all about light energy. The one piece is about connecting with your higher guidance. Know who are your spirit teams. Know how to connect with them and get continue guidance. And the second pillar is to gain crystal clear clarity. I mean, crystal clear, not just having an idea. About your soul's purpose and blueprint.
I would love that. Yeah.
So I use all the spiritual wisdoms to nail one's soul purpose in a very simple way. Because I use in Enneagram, human design, gene keys, numerology, Western and Vedic astrology to tell you your soul's purpose in a few sentences. I don't ask you to read 350 pages of a complete human design reading, right? But that's how typical is. If you buy a pre-written,
some of them are pre-written, actually written for you. Most of them are downloaded.
Right, but it's still like it's a lot of information.
It
but
is.
That's my gift because I have a South Node in Sagittarius, so studying is not I feel like studying so many lifetimes. That's why my husband called me the professional student. So that's when I synthesize all of it, incorporating the oracular wheel so that you walk away with a blueprint. It's almost like a cosmic blueprint, why you're born, what you're supposed to do, crystal clear clarity. And the thing about, my guy told me between knowing your purpose, crystal clear, knowing your purpose, have the spirit guidance, to the fourth pillar of taking soul aligned action. Is a lot of people just don't take action, even they know that's that.
They don't feel like
blocking them, what's preventing them is the soul lesson and the soul wound, right? Yeah. And that's when you call back your sovereignty. I call it the soul and personal power, because you're linking. You have all these energy cords that you're plugging other people, memories, past life, places, and all that stuff. And we need to cut cord. We need to do cord cutting around this energy leaks. And once you call back your full power back, like that confidence, the courage, and that sovereignty back into your auric field, you are able to take the soul aligned action towards transformation. And that's the 4 pillars that I'm teaching inside Embody Your Life. That's going on Saturday. That we'll begin the journey together. It's a 10-week online live course. I only run this once a year because I really want the transformation to happen. And because I'm teaching live, so I can see in real time how your aurics feel and your spirit team, what messages they have for you, how your aurics feel change. I can immediately relay the message. Yeah. And Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So that way, the first hour, we do some wisdom teaching. Like I teach you exactly what is what does it mean by reading auras, what different symptoms are, and things like that. And then the second hour, about 30 minutes, is any energy process. So it can be theta healing, right? It can be past life regression. It really depends on who are the souls up, and I would know what energy process they need that particular time. And then the last half an hour, we will have some Q&A, sharing, integration. And also this course also has like 5 group coaching. During those coaching times, it's a completely energy transmission. So basically, it's neither a hypnotherapy session or a past life regression focusing on ancestral healing or focusing on your past life gifts so that you can embody them. So it's different type of energy process to really awaken the light within you. And then you can master how to do it in a sustainable way. So later on, after 10 weeks, the journey together, you are able to incorporate them in your daily life. I'm all about also practicality. In the book, the last section of the book, there were 3 sections of the book. The first section is how this oracular wheel system comes about and, how it can apply to your life. And the second section is all about, taking the quiz about the evolution journey that you can map out about yourself. And the last section, I provide about like 7 different tools to for you to use to sustain your high vibrational living. So once you heal it, you want to sustain it. You don't want it to go back.
Definitely.
Right, exactly. So
it's so easy to slip back. It's so easy to slip back. It's just like training your brain. Everybody, we talk about that a lot on this podcast. Mindful training your brain. So you get a bad headset of being afraid of the energy, stuff like that. And that's
why during the energy process, I also focus on really heavily on mental layer and emotional aura layer. So the mental aura layer is the yellow, the solar plexus chakra. And the orange aura layer is the emotional, sacral chakra, where the inner child is. So those 2 are very important because they are really close to your physical aura layer. Especially when people come to me for healing, you can come to the course both for healing and manifestation. So manifestation is just from the inside out. It's just once your soul is in alignment, you send out to the universe the signal. hey, I'm ready. This is what I want to manifest. And then healing is from the outside in. You like the mental aura layer, you need to first, connect with your team, get that energy into your heart. And then you need to use your heart energy to tell to your mind, you need to have that, get rid of all the limiting beliefs, have that positive mindset into your emotional aura layer, like it's onions, emotional is closer, right? And your mind has the capacity to heal your emotions. And both your mind and emotion has the capacity to heal your body. And by the way, I literally just helped my mom heal her first stage liver cancer last week. It just happened last week using the system. Using the aura layer system, because she has a soul wound. Yeah, she has a soul wound in the solar plexus chakra, and that's where your liver resides, in your solar plexus chakra. And then I tune into the team, and I know that she has, exactly. She has a wound in that area where she has resentment and anger that's accumulated from many lifetimes towards her parents. So she needs to work on forgiveness, letting go, and let go of that resentment that become a toxin.
Yeah. Can you give us an example of letting go of resentment? Just an example of that one in particular. How I have some resentment right now that I'd love to let go of. What's the first step? What's the first step to starting to let go of that in particular?
To be honest, it's just a conscious choice. Yeah. It's literally just one. It's very simple. It's one conscious choice. You have to make the decision and take the action of completely letting go. And my mom is literally like just bow down on her knees and tell the universe. And she was crying and sobbing, at the time.
It's like you have to really mean it when you do it then. You have to
exactly. She really mean it. So basically you need to mean it like in full body, like your emotion. You feel the emotion, you feel the mental clarity, you know that you're going to release someone, something, whatever that you're holding resentment towards, completely let it go. And that's what sets you free. It's fun. Like you trap yourself in, but you just want to set yourself free.
Yeah.
And that was when the miracle happened. I just relayed the message. I did not. And of course, I trickle in the last section of, this Feng Shui, crystal healing, and Ayurveda diet, I trickling in because she doesn't believe any of these. But when I cook, I put some herbs, Ayurveda herbs in it. When she drink water, I put some crystals inside the water. Like, it's not a really introductive way, just like, I just want her to live her life. And then, of course, the last thing is because, I'm able to talk to her team. I just relay one message to her.
That's really great. Yeah.
Yeah, I told her that, Mom, maybe it's time for you to forgive Grandpa and Grandma. And she was in awe. She was just looking at me. She was like eyes wide open, like almost like, how do you know this is what's going on inside my heart? And then I can tell she wasn't ready for this deep conversation. So I just had it pause there. So I'm like, okay, that's like, I relay the message. That's what I need to do. And then, last week we went to do the targeted radiation therapy. That's the first section.
Yeah.
We had actually prepared to be a long-term battle at the time when we just discovered this, right? 2 months ago. And she literally in the hotel room, because we have to go to a hotel room because the procedure is super early in the morning. That morning when we wake up, she opened up the curtain of the window. She bowed down on her knees. I never see her pray. That's her first time praying. She said that, I forgive both of you, Mother and Father, and God, universe, whoever that is listening, I completely forgive, and please help me heal. That's all she did. And she was crying, and I was like, oh my God, I was in shock. Like it took me a little bit to kind of come back to my senses. Like this is really
I think she needed you there to witness it, kind of.
Right. It was so powerful because I witnessed the whole process. And I can see instant lift in her auric field. Like the light.
You saw the change?
Brighter. Yeah, it's brighter.
Whoa. How cool.
It was the murky thing. It's gone. It's like bright. It's like, whoa. And then I'm like, wow, this is magical. And then we went to the procedure. By the time, the doctor finished and gave me a call and said that, wow, I don't know, like this something, it must be miracle. Like I've never seen patients coming in here, like just do one session and it's gone. And then he's like saying that, oh, maybe we just do one more like a preventative thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like just basically one targeted radiation therapy.
Great.
The cancer is gone. Can you imagine that?
No, well, I can because you're telling me and it's in my imagination now. But otherwise, no.
Yeah, that's right. That's like a walking proof.
That's great. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Right.
Wonderful.
And at soul level, we are light.
Yeah.
And if we heal the light, right? And this is the example of healing from the outside in. And there is also examples from my course and people from the inside out for manifestation. Because that's also need to be in alignment. Everything like you need to know deep down that clarity piece, that what is so in alignment with your soul, and just take that action. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's not hustle. It's not tracing. It's not striving. It's actually flow and ease. And just like how I manifested the book, after I channeled the system, because I know that it's so on purpose, it's so in alignment with what the heck I'm here to do. I didn't even doubt or think about it. I trust everything inside of it. And guess what? And I'm like, I told the guys, I'm like, okay, so this need to be out the world to help other people, right? And then an email from Hay House Publishing just dropped in my inbox.
Woo!
I didn't even have like
that doesn't happen ever. Ever. Listeners, watch. It doesn't happen.
Exactly. Well, it's because you attract it. Once you're so in alignment with your purpose, you just work on your own life. The external, like the opportunities, synchronicities, the right people will attract into your life.
So you're saying then it does happen if you do that. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It does happen, right? So
right,
it does. A walking example of using this system for both manifesting, like the typical, the masculine or patriarchy way of doing it is that, you need to find a book agent. You need to list out 10 different book publishers. Or let's drive a really, craft a really good email and then send them out. And then, if you forget, none of this happen.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's meant to be. That's meant to be.
Exactly. So, if you're intuitive, you pick it up really fast. You're like, okay, this is a sign. Thank you, universe. Say thank you, give gratitude, and more to come. And from then on, my business growing bigger and bigger because I'm helping people making real transformations. And this is the 7th year of teaching that signature course. And I've seen hundreds of students using this system in their life right now. Some manifest. I think Laura, it just happened last week because I had a big event, like an online annual event. I call it the Sacred Gathering. 13,000 people joined on Zoom. Think about the energy of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
One of my former students came on Zoom and shared her experience of using the system of what changes in her life. Yeah. She came to me just to heal her inner child. She has a wound in the the sacral chakra. So has eating disorders, kind of like some kind of addiction type of stuff that she needs to heal, right? So that in the tribe. And through the program, she's just working on healing. And then she is also a artist, so gift archetype. She's a designer, right? And then she told me she manifested a much bigger business, within 2 months.
She's catching on to this really well.
Exactly. She said that, oh my gosh, I just manifested a successful business as a side. And it's almost like a side effect because she wasn't coming in to manifest a business. Right. She came in to heal herself. I think that's the magic about soul healing. Like you heal at a soul level rather than
it's like this and this and this and this and this and this.
Level. Yeah. Exactly. So when you mentioned about, the ADHD, the attention span, that wasn't a problem. I can tell the whole time you were focusing on what I'm talking about. It's not that attention span is a symptom that they call it ADHD, whatever that is. But if you can plug it in your soul and remember your cosmic origin, remember all of those gifts that inside of you have, you will be like, I don't even care about attention span or not, because so like, because you're not talking about a symptom level.
Right,
because
a lot of times for me, like you will set, for example, everything you're talking about is fascinating. But most of the time, like I'm talking to someone who's talking about fascinating things, I will go off on a tangent in my head about something they said. And I'll come back in and I don't know where they are. It's so interesting.
Because you pick up something else, beyond what's set in the surface.
That's what it was, and I wanted to go explore it. And
exactly,
kind
exactly.
of. Yeah.
But so you're completely psychic. So that's why you also have a podcast called Little We Are All Psychic.
I do work as a psychic reader, though. I do work as a psychic reader.
Right, exactly. So that's another reason why, because you're super intuitive. Third eye wide open. That's another typical thing. But I just feel like it's really important for us to know ourselves.
I think you're right.
At the soul level, and this system provides a tool to do it. And if you're interested in joining the course, because we start on Saturday, and the enrollment finish on Friday, it closes on Friday. So if you want to join us this year, it's only I only have it once a year. You can go to my website homepage, HelenCreatesBeauty.com, where you take the course and claim the book. Once you get the book, you get those 3 bonuses. Everything is on my website homepage, HelenCreatesBeauty.com. And the direct link is the auracolorwheel.com/embody your light.
And today, listeners and watchers, it is the 14th on a Tuesday. I'm going to hope to have this published on the 15th of Wednesday. Okay. And Friday the 17th is the last day to register at like midnight. Correct. Is that what it is?
Yes, that's right. Midnight Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
Okay. And then you can join on Saturday. We send out like an email or something to people who
after you enroll, you immediately get a Zoom link and everything. It's a live course. And of course, it's recorded as well. So if you miss the live course, you can always watch the recording.
It's really great. That's really great. And I'd love to hear where else they can find you. Do you have social media? Are you on social media? What's your website? Or
my website is HelenCreatesBeauty.com. That's my main website homepage. Pretty much everything that I offer is on there, including all the custom paintings, affirmation deck. I also publish a deck with all the original paintings and channel messages. That's a great, gift.
I love decks. I'm going to look for those. Yes.
For the holiday season, it's a great gift as well. I also do spirit message reading. So basically like tuning to the quantum field, see who are the guys working with you and what messages they have for you. So everything I offer is on HelenCreatesBeauty.com. And my Instagram is my main social handle. It's also Helen Creates Beauty. I have a Facebook and YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, it's Aura Color Wheel. So if you can, go find it. You can put the link there so they can.
I'll put a link in the description. Yeah,
exactly.
I'll put all this in the description, listeners, for sure.
Right. So those are the places you can find me. I also have a TikTok and Facebook account. I don't hang out there as often as Instagram and YouTube. And I'm planning on having my podcast starting next year. So, but it will be also on YouTube as well. So
you'll be great at that.
So, yeah.
I'd love to hear that. Yeah. And you can come back and advertise for it if you want when that time comes. And
that
get some listeners on there. You probably have them right away anyway.
We basically want to share more light to the world. That's what we need right now.
And you will. And you are doing it at this moment. And it seems like you do it all the time. It's just what you're made for, maybe. But only you know that, I guess, because you read the book and you already know because you made the book.
I am making my
part of it.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
And I would love to thank our sponsor, Everclear. Everclear is an advice app and website where you can get advice from psychics and empaths so you can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve. And I am an advisor under the name Lisa Russick. And Everclear is also an app in the app stores under Everclear Advice app. And the website is just everclear.com. And lastly, can you give us some advice? Now, something you said really caught my attention. You had said something at one point. You said something about a 7-year process. did you not, you had like a 7-year process of growth, something around?
From 2011 is when I get the wake up call when I had that panic attack visit, and then I was doing daily meditation in about 7 years. 2018 is when I had the Kundalini awakening. Did you?
I would just want to reiterate that to the listeners and watchers. That is a long time when you just started working with it. Feels like forever, doesn't it? To have something that big happen to you when you've been trying to make it, kind of.
Yeah. To be honest, I wasn't trying to make it because I
wasn't either when it happened to me. It hurt, and I was like, what's that?
Yeah, it was a spontaneous Kundalini awakening.
Me too.
Although I learned it from the books, from the books and all that.
Okay, so you didn't know what it was either when it happened to you.
I know. I learned it from the books.
Oh, okay.
Expect or like intentionally force.
You're not looking for it. Yeah,
exactly.
Not looking for it.
So, and now that I know that it could happen, I would say that if you have the intention, you can send it out, the intention to the universe, but do not have it as an attachment. Because if you are so attached to the result, getting it out of your meditation, you're not really meditating anymore. Remember that strive and the strive. Exactly. So, like
dreaming
naturally, just like you, it happens naturally. For me, it also happens naturally.
Yes, and, it didn't at first though. I had to work on it. I really
right. I had to work on my
7 years. That's what you did. That 7 years, right? You worked on stuff. Worked on your spirit, your body, your mind, your emotions, all those things. That's doing it afterwards too, right?
Yeah. And I was constantly under some kind of spiritual practices and studying, like energy work at the time. I'm either certifying, become a meditation or teacher or Ayurvedic, practitioner or certified crystal healer or theta healer or angel channel. I was like I never stopped learning and growing spiritually. It's not like, and of course, I'm more aware of, my soul wounds and soul lessons. Although that at the time I don't have a name or the framework to frame it, but I was constantly doing self-healing and self-discovery, using different spiritual tools. That's why I'm able to develop that synthesized reading to nail your cosmic blueprint. All of it, it's all, get to that point. And also like after, it's funny talking about the 7 years process because now, like 2018 to now, is also another 7 years.
It is. Yes, it is. It is.
Exactly. So I would tell people that the Helen you're meeting today is Helen 5.0. It's not Helen 1.0, right? So because I evolved another new version of me. And also professionally, after my spiritual wake-up call, I become a Feng Shui interior designer. So instead of stuck in the academia, writing papers, doing data analysis, I become a Feng Shui interior designer. And then at the time, if you still ask me, I still would say that I don't believe in angels because I still haven't had that Kundalini awakening yet. So I didn't tap into the quantum. I would say that, no, it's okay. Maybe there was some universal force, but I don't know about that. Right?
I don't know. That's how I felt. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. I'm not born psychic. I think I was born psychic, but then I've forgotten about it. Let me put it down. And I've forgotten about it, chasing all the 3D success and happiness, BS stuff, until I really find that, until I remember it again. So like after my third eye opened, so basically after the Kundalini awakening, I knew that I need to work with energy, instead of just doing Feng Shui interior design. I offer energy healing sessions. I had that signature course. That's why that was my first year. When I had my Kundalini awakening, that's my first year teaching that Embody Your Light course. It used to call Flowing with Your Rainbow. And every single year, I guide students going through this transformation. And that's the foundation for me to write the Oracle Will book because I've been also, in the process, not only me, using it, but also teach students and even, helping my mom. Like I use it on my clients, students, as well as my family members. So it really works, right? So now it comes to the 7 year. of me offering the program and channeling the book.
Oh, man, I'm really glad you told me that second part, because what I was going to say is, instead of advice, you've already given us so much. I just wanted to point out to the listeners and the watchers that you went through that 7-year period before you felt like I would say that's probably when I don't know how you felt. Can't tell you that, but you just told us how you felt. And then it took another 7 years. You just now told us to where you're in your practice and it's doing well, and you're promoting it, and you're putting more stuff into it and bringing more people happiness and more growth to their lives. And I just think that it's like, everyone who's listening to this, if you feel like you're not fast enough or getting good fast enough, that's a big thing. People worry when they jump into this field, jump or start, put a toe in. Right. It's not fast enough. Nothing's happening to me, but it does. It will. Just keep working on it. Practice.
Yeah, that's such a great point, Lisa. I'm so glad you put it out there, because now every soul has its own evolution time frame. Okay, let me put it that way. And it depends on how many lifetimes you've been doing this. so to be honest, and the truth, I want to spill out the truth. If you are able to see the quantum field, a lot of practitioners, if you're able to tune in, this is the truth, is that linear time is an illusion. So it's a human man-made crap, okay? The reality or the truth is, inside the quantum field, there are different versions of you stacked up vertically at the same time. And which version of you that you want to access depends on your personal vibration. That's your soul aura energy. Like if your vibrational frequency matches up with this version of you, you are here. If your vibrational frequency want to match up with another version of you, it goes there.
So it's a weird little question here, but is that why people kind of sometimes just look different than they usually do?
Yes,
there's nothing different.
Jumping. So people talking about jumping time.
I don't know anything about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like anything that if you desire that even come across to your mind, okay, that means that if there is one version of this particular reality, it's already a 3D reality in that version of you. Otherwise, it wouldn't even come across to your desire. Yeah. So because like if you desire, I don't know, like a big home, right? But not a lot of people want big homes. Some just want to be a lawman.
I want a tiny home. I want one of those Amazon tiny homes.
Exactly. So everybody have different desires. Yes. If this particular desire comes across to your mind, let me tell you, the reality is because there is a version of you already living this reality inside the quantum field. And they're all like stacked up together. So when you mention about, not fast enough, not this and not that, please do not look at time as a linear thing. And look at it as a stacked up version of all of these. You really want to get to the Kundalini awakening? Is that what you really, really want? Some people want it so badly. Okay. So that means inside the quantum field, there is a version of you already had that, already experiencing that. Yes. But in order to get to that, you need to heal yourself just like that. For me, it's 7 years, but it might be different year, like how many years that your soul has to deal with this in order to get to that particular frequency or particular vibration. It really depends on, I would say that how evolved your soul has been.
I'm kind of thinking of like a Jenga statue. You ever played that game, Jenga?
Yes. Yeah, Jenga.
You have to be careful which ones you stack and which ones, you get higher at your burst. I don't know how.
Exactly. That's why it's an evolution journey. Yeah. It's an evolution journey.
And it's fun to play Jenga.
That's right. Yeah. And don't place too much attachment and become a pressure towards yourself. Please don't.
Yes, it's not fun. Don't make it hard. Don't make it hurt. I mean, don't make it hurt is why you're not hard, but some people, they hurt themselves thinking I'm not smart, good enough, talented enough, psychic enough, intuitive enough, empathic enough. You're the only one who knows how of those you are. No one can tell you how psychic you are or how empathic you are. Only you know. Exactly. And I can't say anyone I have met is any more than I am, less than I am. Yes. More, I feel like I can say that, but I don't feel like I've ever met anybody who has, I had no natural abilities, I would say. Honest to God, none. I couldn't pick up what anyone was thinking about me or anybody else. I just didn't give a crap. Growing up until I hit puberty and could feel, that's when the empathy woke up. That one did wake up late, but it did wake up.
Yeah.
it really, everyone who has had that happen to, but I didn't have anyone to explain it to me. So that was difficult. So that was just for the listeners who are just trying to, get their energy work down, get something going for themselves. And just, I've heard that so often from so many listeners here and there that they just wish they knew it all. And they're joking when they say that a lot of the time. They wish they were jumping ahead.
Also, sometimes, let me put it that way. Sometimes it's actually better that, it's universe's intention to not let you know at the time. Everything happens for a reason, and you sign up this soul contract to come to this body this lifetime. And if there's something that you don't know yet, it's because that's for your highest good. So, like for example, I would say the same thing. Like I would say that, well, I wasted 20 something years, get to a PhD and not using my degree doing all of these.
You're using it right now.
Is that wasting time? No, now in retrospect, at the time I thought it was because it wasn't what I'm doing, in alignment with my soul. But now I understand why. Because right now writing a book is a piece of cake to me because I've written so many publications. So for me, people say that, oh, is it really challenging? Do you need to sit down and write? No, it's like a piece of cake. You see, that's my training. There was a reason why you're doing this particular thing. Right now, you think it's so hard. It's not in alignment. It's like you want to get out of it and all of these. But there is also a reason why that you have to gone through this so that you can either learn a lesson, either hone your gift to use it for later, or either heal your wound. And you might not know right now in this particular time. And that's because that's serving a higher purpose. Now, in rituals respect, now understand, oh, okay. And also, it's for me to met my soulmate. I mean, he happened to be in the same university. Like, if I don't do that, I won't be able to meet him, right? So, it's different. It serves it's almost like, you're so signed up for this for a reason. Like where you're born, what who are your parents. That's why please forgive everybody that you deem as that they have done wrong to you.
And if you carry the grudge, it just stays with you. It stays with you, listener. It stays with me when I have grudges right now, and I'm working through them. They have to do with grief and letting go of things.
It might take some time.
It does take time. It does take time.
But if you really completely let it go, it actually helps your soul to set it free because you hold this grudge, it will manifest it in extreme forms, physically to cancer, right? Mentally to something else. You don't know, and then
I am aware that it will. It very possibly turn into something else.
Yeah, if it is very I
don't let it go and heal it.
Exactly. And also, the worst case scenario is that you hold on to that grudge until you die, you pass away. But guess what? You're coming back to learn this lesson again. You're coming back to heal this thing again. And then the people you're going to meet, it's going to hurt you the same way again. It's just different.
Until you learn it.
It's like a different role. Maybe this lifetime is your mom. Next lifetime is your boyfriend. Next lifetime is your brother or sister. You don't know. It's just like that pattern will repeat until you finally learn that lesson or heal that wound.
That's my belief system too. Yeah, that's what I believe too.
Yeah.
It's not about parking your car the right way. It's about how you treat people or something,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it's a continuous evolution. So that's why it's a journey. And to be honest, there is no death. So there is no death or rebirth and things like that. It's just like soul reincarnating until we have that all 7 rainbow of light, become a white light. That's the process of enlightenment. And that you can choose to remain in the spirit realm, or you can choose to incarnate again to help human beings to ascend. At that point, once you exit the incarnation cycle, because that means that you already learned everything that humanly possible that you are here to learn.
Or you came back after you did everything just to play with the cat again one last time.
Yeah,
they're spirit cats, but they don't. I don't know if they like play with us in heaven or not.
They do. Yeah.
I think I've been a cat.
Oh yeah. You have Lyra style.
Lyran. I've heard of that too, and I do have
exactly.
them. I like them.
That's one of the strong energy that's with you, and that's actually the cat eye lady.
The cat,
you have that spirit.
I love that. Thank you.
That's why you resonate with cats. Animals definitely can be one of the spirit guides that
my cat, this one Gandalf that was been meowing, he's been so quiet ever since I asked. He's a good cat. He's dying for that wet food. But have you listened, listeners and watchers? We've been talking forever. Has he not been good, Helen? He has been
yes,
so
good. Yes. He's such a good
he
boy.
came up and he's being so good. He's waiting. He likes you. He came up and he listened to everything you had to say. But he's a shadow cat, and by that I mean he can disappear, just vanish.
Especially black cats.
He's got a lot. He's gray.
Oh, he's gray. I thought he was.
A lot of people think he's black. It's weird that you say that because sometimes I think he does show as black to people at first. Just to see what they say.
I know, just a glimpse. It looks like black to me.
He will do that. He'll do that. And it always is in a glimpse. He's a magic cat. I'll tell you more about it later. I've talked about him enough on the podcast already. And we have talked forever. I could keep talking to you. You were so easy and listening to you. You were such a great speaker. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I really mean it. And
thanks so much for having me.
Gosh, this has been so much fun. And lastly, do you love our listeners and watchers?
Oh, yes.
You do. You love them.
Oh, I love them. Yeah, unconditional love. Like, I completely trust oneness. Like, you and I, there's no separation. Same thing, the listeners here. We're all connected. And in the quantum field, just one web, and we're all one. That's what I deeply believe. So unconditional love should realm. So that's what I really believe in. We are each other's mirror. It's that's why we need each other. So listeners in here, we're all one. Please remember that.
That's beautiful. And if we did have that unconditional love for ourselves, anyone who looked at us as a mirror would have unconditional love for themselves, really, kind of. Maybe.
Exactly.
That would be a beautiful world, I think, That would, not selfish, like I want to kill people. Self-love. I don't think there is any like that, but self-love that's like really, really wanting to help people, enjoying doing it. Yes. That's part of self-love, taking care of our bodies, taking care of our health, taking care of our money, our jobs, just taking care of our lives and enjoying doing it, to me is like a piece of well-being. And that is just to enjoy life, and to get there is hard, isn't it? Sometimes.
Exactly. Although talking about so many soul lessons,
but then it all comes down
of being a human is to have fun, to enjoy the ride, and don't forget about that. To follow your passion. Dance, eat, sleep, take good care of yourself. Have a fun ride as well.
And definitely listen to We're All Psychic, and definitely read Aura Color Wheel while you're having a good time.
Yes, definitely.
And thank you so much, as always, listeners and watchers. Peace out. Goodbye.